welcome to another episode of Free Game Friday, where you get the episode.
23.
Come on, man. Nigga held up 3. When the weed hit you, episode 23. Legendary.
You know what it is.
Where you get the best game in the world, the best information in the world. Well, probably not the best, but some good shit, you know.
Good shit.
You get some good shit.
You get what we have to offer, man.
Man, right? Look at that. Life rap. This first one is from @Will the Spare Kid. Gilly the Kid told Charlamagne in an interview that you could be much more successful with a label, and Charlamagne defended you by saying you're doing great. How do you feel about Gilly's statement? And would you ever go on $1 million worth of game? That's good. That's good. So initially, I felt like Gilly was a hater. And I was like, it's interesting that he keeps repeating on that statement, you know. But as I like grew and maneuvered, I just feel like it wasn't about me. Right? Like, you know, he was making a very general statement. It wasn't about me and my journey specifically. Like, and I agree with a lot of his statement that niggas could be bigger with a major, right? Like everyone, if you're big alone, you feel me? And I think that's the statement that he was trying to make. He wasn't trying to knock my journey or my hustle. It was the statement was just, but you could be bigger with a label. And
which is valid.
yeah, I'm in agreement with that. At first I was like, this nigga a hater. Because
that's what everybody thought at first.
Right? And that's how I felt. And that's what I thought. I was like, this nigga a hater. He an old hater.
Why you gotta be old?
Because that was my energy behind it. I didn't understand why he had so much like rebuttal when they were like, but LaRussell's doing it. He's like, no, fuck all that.
Yeah.
But I get it. You feel me? As I grew and I was like, that's not personal.
It kind of reminds me of the interview that you did with Matt Hoffa, and you was like talking about like what happened with Rock Nation, and you was like, niggas, you on Rock Nation or something? But it's like when people just don't know, they just don't know, and so they gonna defend what they know.
And that's why I got hella gratitude for Charlamagne and Envy, because they were adamant on letting him know, like, nigga, success, this shit possible.
Right.
Like, nigga, we hear you and you could go be a superstar with the label and do all that, but this nigga having the same motion, and he's in his backyard with his family, and he take his daughter to school, and you know, like, nigga, that is successful. There, what you mean? What do you mean? You feel me?
What is you talking
about? I understood both perspectives. Some niggas never had that, so to them, rap is just a hustle, and it's like if you the best hustler, you gonna figure out how to make the most money. But rap ain't a hustle for me. Yeah. I really do this shit. You feel me? So it's like, nigga, that's not my motion. I might not make $1 billion, but I'm going to change 1 billion lives.
You going to do both.
And that's different.
You going to do both.
Hey, niggas got $1 billion. Did you change 1 billion lives?
Yeah.
Nigga, hey, but
that's
did you change 1 billion lives?
That's a bar.
Cool. You niggas got some money. Congratulations.
Right.
Congratulations. That's the highest human act I've ever witnessed. Yeah.
It's not really
that's
about
beautiful.
money,
That was a
it's
great
about
question.
Impact.
It's about impact.
Yeah.
And the goal is to have both, right? Which we have both. You feel me? But the goal is to have both. But
And your soul and freedom.
Exactly. I don't think you won if you just got one.
Yeah.
Like if a nigga like, oh yeah, I didn't really go, but I ran that bag up. It's like, cool, but it would have been a lot more impactful.
Right.
You know, like I get it though. I understand both sides.
And I feel like it's so easy to be swayed in this period of time by what success is and by what greatness is. You know, like people really in their heart believe that money is everything.
And that's the, you know,
that light died.
That's the perspective that I be having to remember, and I be like, it's a skewed perspective what we view as made it. Some niggas think I haven't made it yet. We staying in a state. You feel me? Like, some people think I haven't made it yet. And sometimes I'll be in my head like, damn, I ain't made it. But it's like, what the fuck is made it if I haven't made it?
I was just about to ask
like,
you
if
that.
I haven't made it, what the fuck is made it?
You can stop going through the airport, going to do anything. I guess that's... But, like, what is made it, I guess?
What is made it?
I guess for me, when I'm thinking about it, it's like arenas and whatnot. Like, that's like... You know, The Weeknd is the highest streamed artist in the world. But, he made it.
But I feel like that only happens after you make it.
Right?
Right? Like, no one.
Who was it with? Where we were like, you know, once you make it, the cycle kind of resets. Like, you reach a level of success, and then you restart. Now you're the smallest fish.
And you know, that's really what it was. Like, I felt like in high school, I was the best rapper in high school. Mm-hmm. Like, I felt like I knew at that point I was a bigger fish in terms of rap, right? Yeah. And then once you get out of high school and you're not just rapping against people who do music at high school, it's like, oh, right? Because you can go from your competition is just like, not even really competition, but the only niggas like you rapping with, it's like the niggas around you, to Drake, right? It's like your song is charting next to a Drake. Like, that's crazy how big of a day, you feel me? You become little fish again.
Right? Like, to them, they probably like, LaRussell who? Made it. Made it.
Nigga made what?
Nigga, I made it. So what the fuck is
nigga made what? I ain't made nothing but a pergola, baby. Hey, right? Perspective. It's like when we went yesterday to Amazon, I remember looking up at them buildings and I said, nigga,
we think the
I thought, hey, hey, nigga, say put that little shit away. Put that little shit away. Hey, you scaring the hoes, nigga. You scared? Put that little shit away, bro. It could be more, right? And I think that's what Gilly was saying, right? It's so much more.
Yeah, there's so much more.
It's so much more.
We had a really long talk about it the other day about just the level that can be reached with an engine. And I think that's really the point that Gilly was trying to make, which is valid. Like, there's just certain radio stations and certain playlists and certain rooms that are inaccessible because they've been monopolized by the industry. And no matter how much you push and kick and scream and how many people you reach, they don't have to put you on there. And those accolades are a level of made it that people view in the industry. And those things just are inaccessible when you're not playing their game. Right.
It feels like such, but I think we really got to get Chance on here.
True.
Because Chance will have a great answer to.
Right.
You feel me?
But also, yeah, I guess that's true.
Chance,
I feel like he kind
if
of
you're watching.
he dipped and dabbled in it, though, you know?
Course.
Like, of course you have to do, if you're going to do it your own way, you have to do it strategically, which I think he did a really good job of. But to say that he did it, like, without playing the game would not be.
Right, and that's something that's something we would really have to ask him.
Right.
Because I haven't seen him play the game much.
Yeah.
Not in the way that you see some niggas pander to the industry.
No, yeah, that's very
like
true.
some niggas you can literally see the strings.
Yeah.
Nah, it's like, bro.
Yeah, Chance
what
really
are you?
did it.
What the fuck is that? Right? I never. If he did, I never seen his strings.
Yeah. The only thing that I can think of is his Apple deal, and that shit was really like.
Then what string? That was business.
Right.
That was business.
And Apple's not really like a label, so to speak. So.
But that part doesn't even matter. It's just like, did you do it successfully?
Yeah.
You feel me? And
that was
his
big moment, though, right? Was his partnership with Apple, and that's like what I was getting at, where it's like without big engine.
You know what's crazy? I feel like he created more of that moment than that partnership, because that was something I didn't find out about until like later. It wasn't. It was Chance's music.
But I'm not saying that it was Apple. I'm saying it was what Apple could do.
The resource.
The resource. Album, right? I mean, he made that exceptional album. It was his art that won him that spotlight.
Right.
But that spotlight could not have been shined on him in that way.
You create a bigger spotlight.
Exactly.
Right. You know, when you're on stage, your spotlight can be this big, and a nigga can only see your mic. And then there's a spotlight where, like, nigga, you can hit one of these. You know? That nigga might say, hey. And it's like, nigga, the whole world seeing you do that. Nigga, imagine when that nigga did the first moonwalk.
Right.
Boy, niggas was in that bitch like.
No, nigga, he did.
I gotta create a new dance.
Yeah.
Come on, it's on you. That was a good one. That was a great. Who is this? Will the Space Kid. Is that a C or R?
That's a C.
Will the Space Kid. Shout out you, dog. Come on, this was a great question.
We was going for a minute.
I'm finna tap in. We gotta give him something.
This is from Cousin Kai. I really want to get into managing artists. How should I reach out to them about managing them? Interesting. Why do you want to manage artists, and what do you feel you have to offer to the artists? I think was like my initial question. And then second of all, if you see an artist that you really love, I think that the first thing you should do is figure out how you can benefit what they're already doing and continue to do that over time. And then, you know, eventually they're going to see you as an asset to their team and be like, I need you to manage me. But I don't really think that if you don't have anything that can help build their career or put them in more rooms or help them be bigger than what they're already doing for themselves, then maybe you don't need to be a manager. Maybe you just need to be on the team, helping in whatever way you can. That's my 2 cents on it.
Did you answer it, though?
How should I reach out to them about managing them? Well, that's what I said initially. Like, you should reach out to them and offer to help. Like, whatever you have, whatever, right. Like, When I first reached out to LaRussell, I was working at Thizzler, and I was like, well, I want to get you like placements on this blog that has like a lot of views and whatnot, and that was just my way of being like, I want to help what you're building. And then once I was able to do that, we talked about your music and whatnot, and you taught me more of the music game, and I feel like I've been continuing to do that. Right. Everything that I think you just start
helping niggas.
Yeah, you just start helping.
Just start helping them.
If you love it, just figure out a way to help.
Just start helping them.
Yeah, and like
simple.
Management is such a.
And that's the thing. What do you want to do specifically around the artist? But I mean, even if it's not that complex and they do want to be a manager, it's like just start helping them, and that naturally occurs, right? Right, and that shit can happen in so many ways, nigga. If you see a nigga need video work, go get you a camera, get a cameraman, and be like, nigga, I'ma shoot. Go do the photo, nigga. Start getting them show offers, content, whatever, like. Even supported externally. Like, sometimes you'll hit an artist and it's too early. They not going to fuck with you because you don't have a name. They don't know you. You feel me? But you can still start doing on your things early. Start making content to their song and just posting that shit. Like, something you do as a fan or someone who just wants to help externally might blow that shit up.
Or bringing up their name in rooms or, like, finding
all
opportunities
that shit
for them. Everything that you can possibly think of that
just
you can
start.
Help, just start doing that. And like, they ain't gonna be able to deny it.
It's like, gonna naturally happen. It's gonna be like, bro, this nigga doing more than right. That's the only way it works. Yeah. That's the only way it works. That's the only way it really thrives. This is we went because that first segment, huh? This has been no, I'm kidding. This is from @the_XFactor34. Who and how do I contact to get on stages at festivals and local events? So,
not the deep side.
Cause there's two different routes I feel like you could take. You could take the route of just building your name to the point to where you don't really have to contact anyone. The people who want you to perform there are gonna come and ask you to perform there. And if that's not happening and you're having to ask to perform somewhere, it's a different dynamic sometimes. Yeah. But I mean, what I would do is what I used to do early, and I feel like I was probably annoying, but I used to look at all the venue websites and look at their calendar and see who was coming. And if there was an artist coming that was similar to me, like Toby had a tour one time. And I emailed his team. Like, I seen he was coming. I was like, this is the date. I see you guys are coming. I'm from here. This is my draw in the city. I love to open for y'all. Right? And they actually responded. I didn't perform, but they responded and let me know they seen it. It was like, yo, if we come out, you know. So it worked in my favor at that time. And those are just cold emails. And I think that's the only way you could really do that, starting if you want to take that route. Eventually I got to a point where I was like, I'm gonna just make noise and wait till they want to come see me. But if you want to take that route, you could do that, but it didn't work for me.
I feel like that's it's such a rough route to take because people don't really value
yourself up
you.
For a lot of
they don't value you, and that's not to say that you're not valuable, but it's just that you haven't made enough noise for somebody to be like, I need him at my show. I gotta get him here, to where they're gonna treat you like what you're worth, you know. And it's just like those type of experiences can be disheartening, and they can dissuade you from the journey after you go and do things like that. So I mean, whatever you want to sign yourself up for. But is dissuade
a word? That was new. If it's not a word, that should be, because I got exactly what you were saying. That was great. We should add that to Webster's, nigga. Dissuade.
This is from _6man. How did you go about marketing your first project, The Field Effect, when you had little to no fans?
When The Field Effect was about to drop, I had released like 2 music videos prior, Downhill and Empathy. And I had did some photos. Like I was thinking about this motion then, but not really as like marketing or a rollout. It was just like, that's just what you do. You feel me, type shit. So I had did that, and then I forgot which one I dropped. I think it was Downhill, and it kind of went a little, like it did. It was like an early little viral. It kind of went a little, and I don't remember what the fuck I did after that. I ended up dropping the album.
Sorry.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry. Sorry, please continue.
And this has been another great episode of Pregame Friday. Tune in next time. Good to see y'all. Cut.
I'm so sorry. I'm crying. I remember when I first started helping you, and you said that you used to think you was going viral, and you.
Hey, nigga.
And you was getting like 1,000 views.
Nigga, I used to think I was viral. That shit was 3,000 views. I was like, nigga, this motherfucker going. It wasn't going, but it was going to me then. It was relative to my journey. I had like 100 followers, so 3,000 was like, nigga, viral. That's funny as fuck. Hey, but that perspective and perception allowed me to be delusional enough to be like, nigga, I'm finna go crazier because I just went viral. No one seen it. There's niggas in the city who didn't even see it. Nigga around the corner ain't even see it, nigga. I'm dead.
That's why when you was like, it went. That shit made me laugh.
But Brett, that shit is like that's a small win. Like right. That's an early small win. And if you look at it opposite as not viral, it gets very dissuading. Yeah. Right? It's very discouraging. So like that shit was important. That's funny as fuck. I used to think my shit was out of there. But it is at that point. I mean, if you could tap into, some niggas get 100 views.
If you could reach your entire following, you won.
Exactly.
You won.
Not even. If you could reach 1/10 of it, if you could reach, if one nigga seen you who ain't see your shit the other day, you won. You You won.
I wasn't trying to make fun of you, dog. I'm sorry. It was cracking.
No, that was great. That was great. Come on.
So, but how are you marketing it?
Yeah, I did music videos. That's all I remember prior to that. I had posted the album cover, and I was like, something's coming. And then I dropped the album, and I had made physical copies. So me, my pop, my mom, nigga, everybody had copies. So it was like, nigga, you run into a nigga and he'll probably fuck with it. I was like big on not spamming niggas though. Like I wasn't everybody who walk out the store, yo. I just like I gave a few to niggas. I'd be at the gas station and niggas would pull up and they be slapping their music. And if they playing like Tupac or Nipsey or something, I used to be like, yo, if you fuck with that, I got some shit. Fuck with it. If you don't fuck with it, it's all good. I'm not tripping. But if you got time, right? That went a long way. Me, my pop. That's how the UPS driver is like. He my nigga.
Yeah.
The poster. Well, they're my niggas. You feel me? Because we really like guerrilla marketed, but palatable. You feel me? Like it wasn't annoying. I never set nothing on nobody's windshield, like shit like that. I didn't do no shit that I didn't want a nigga to do to me.
Oh
you
God,
feel me? Like I did it feasible. And then after that it kind of started moving, and I had announced a show. And we started putting up flyers. Like we were stapling fucking flyers on the wooden posts and shit around the town. And we had did a partnership with damn, was this for that one or prior? Bro, I've always been a marketing genius though. We did a partnership with the smoothie store. Like if you go get a certain smoothie, you get a ticket to the show. I think that was for the next one. But yeah, I announced the show.
That's dope.
I did the flyers. I feel like I had did it was like what the fuck was it? Like a scavenger hunt type shit. Like we had put logos around the city, and I think if somebody like took a picture and sent it, they get a ticket and shit. I did that. None of that worked. The niggas who came to the show was like my family and my niggas really.
Right.
Like it wasn't too many. Like I was
I did everything.
Hey, but I
nobody
did everything, and then they may be like wanna
right.
do, but the thing was, it showed me early that
none of that shit matters.
Nothing matters as much as like just making good music and just getting it straight, just letting a nigga come across it. You feel me? Like. All of it plays its role though, but ultimately it's like, bro, whoever show up, gonna show up, nigga.
Right.
You just do your thing.
I've never seen a flyer on a wooden pole and been like, that looks dope, and went.
Ever. You know?
Ever.
But no, that's cap for me. I have. I've been in stores sometimes and I'll see like they be having the little circus cards or like the fair card, and I'll be like, oh shit, and shit like that.
I was thinking of more like a concert though. Like
I have, but it's because it's not a concert you would want to see. Imagine if you in traffic and you in a store and you see a LaRussell thing and you're a LaRussell fan and you didn't know, right? But I was unknown then, so that shit didn't even matter.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's why that type of marketing still works now that you've built a base. But it's also like, okay, well, why wouldn't I do it then? Yeah, that's a tough one.
Right?
That's a tough one.
You shouldn't start late.
Some people don't know that you're having shows in their city, but they want to see you in the city.
And if we were to have people put up flyers around those cities, because we don't have like street team. Yeah. But if we did, I think Fresno was a great example of them street teaming and people, because hella people was at the door. And that's because they street teamed it. It was like the city knew what was about to happen.
They didn't buy many tickets online though, but
they knew what was going to happen.
But they knew.
Pull up, right?
Yep.
Damn, that never changes. That never goes away. Like all those forms work.
Yeah, we should do that more. Honestly, work.
We should, especially for the things that are moments.
Especially because it's like, okay, we bring out 2,000 in LA, and we don't do none of that. Now imagine if you did that, you probably bring out like 3 to 5. I really believe that because there's probably so many people who. We just gotta find out what's
What is the more creative form of doing that, or the upgraded version of doing that, or is that still the format? Right.
I saw this girl. Shout out to, I think it's so nice. So she's from SAC. She did QR code tattoos about her album. So like she was on the beach, or I forgot where she went, but all of her friends, she put like temporary tattoos on them, and they were like QR codes, and then people could scan them. I thought that was really cool. But I feel like things like that are like
I ain't scanning no nigga wrist.
Okay. I feel like creative.
A nigga come up to me at this show like, bro, can you check me out? I'm not, you don't got me on that one. That is creative though. that is really creative.
Like that are like,
it depends though. If it's a shawty.
And it was all girls.
Nigga got that phone now like, oh, let me see what's going on with
girls,
you.
And they were pretty girls.
That's funny.
So
okay,
it was like
so
she
that
knew
worked,
what she was
right?
doing.
That's marketing advantage. Imagine me sending Splash.
And booty shorts.
Hey, y'all got these.
You see this thigh right here?
You know what? Oh my God.
Dead.
I think we could wrap on that one. That was a long episode.
We only answered 3 questions.
But they got a lot of gems.
Did you? No, just like yeah. You want to do one more?
One more? This is from Mark After Dark Music.
Should put a QR code
Mark
on
After
him.
Dark. That's one of them ones you think of and you like, nigga. Mark After Dark, nigga. Mark After Dark, nigga. That's him. Come on. What is the best way to run your traffic?
Own.
What is the best way to own your traffic? Specifically. That's funny. It kind of looked like one. What is it? Nigga, you know what I was thinking of earlier? When we was like, no, it ain't that bad. Nigga.
That was really like a movie.
What is the best way to own your traffic? Specifically, website versus app, email list versus SMS list. What type of tools do you use for this aspect of the fan funnel? This is good.
We got great questions.
Yeah. We just started an email list. Lights going off. We don't have the SMS list, but what we did, so we built our own super phone. We went and got a phone from yada yada, and it's got its own number and all that shit. And we imported the contacts from Merch, Gold Card, from just about every fan that interacted with us. We entered their contact and their names. So we've been able to text specific fans. And sometimes some people bring like treats to their backyard, and we could say thank you, or if they have a problem with the orders, sometimes Millie will text from that phone. So we created our own fan super phone, and that kind of replaces an SMS list, but we don't send like updates.
Yeah. LaRussell really doesn't like.
I don't like the spam.
He doesn't like the spam. Even when I told him that I was starting the email list, he was like, well, don't be sending people shit that they didn't ask for. Nobody. And then you got an email from somebody that was like, when are you guys going to start an email list? I want to have updates. So, yeah, I think we're just trying to find a way that allows people to feel like they're not getting anything they didn't ask for, or unsolicited emails and information that's like, bruh.
You don't want to be that email in the Gmail that when you see the name, nigga like, fuck, these niggas.
God damn.
These niggas are uncanny.
Unsubscribe like 8 times, but you still get them.
Yeah,
like,
I don't want to ever be that.
Yeah.
Like, I want niggas to, like, if you came to a LaRussell show, it's because, like, nigga, but yeah, we still need to be able to communicate, that things are happening. So,
which I feel like our Linktree, the fact that it has a subscribe button, has been
really
like
dope.
Our version of an email list.
Because someone used that. They said they had got enough. Shout out Linktree.
Right?
Shout out Linktree.
And we have hella subscribers on there, so people get an email.
We done ran it up with Linktree. Shout out Linktree got the donations button. Linktree we got all the shows, event gold card, stock. You can get to everything. Shout out Linktree.
They verified us on there and hella shit. And we ended up having a call with them. They were really great.
Shout out Linktree.
Yeah, shout out
Artists
Linktree.
use Linktree. And they fuck with the artists. They tapped in.
Yeah.
They was like, y'all niggas
They
is.
reached out to us.
Right?
Yeah.
They tapped in. Shout out Linktree.
That was dope. Kind of forgot about that.
We should do something with Linktree.
We should. I think we kind of talked about that in our email. And we never. Yeah. We
Yep.
should get it. We should do another
That'll
call
be
with
dope.
Because that'd be dope.
I fuck with Linktree.
We use them all the time.
We transfer. Here, we can use this for the homies. We transfer.
Yes.
Shout out, man, if you're an independent artist or creative,
Yeah.
we transfer.
We transfer.
Nigga, we transfer. That's all I can say.
It's how you can send large and small files quickly and create download links so you can share them. Like, not everybody has Dropbox, and then you have to pay for Dropbox for so much storage and all this stuff. And like Linktree, we transfer something.
I got a Dropbox too, though. We fuck with Dropbox too.
No, but I feel like we transfer makes it so that way you don't even need an account.
Right.
You don't have to pay for it either. If you want to send really large files, you do. But if you're somebody who just sends like music back and forth or minor things, it's like you can
I
use
fuck
this.
with Linktree. We fuck with Dropbox.
And we transfer.
We transfer WhatsApp. I love WhatsApp. I got an Android, so I can't send niggas songs and shit to they message and all that fancy shit. WhatsApp is where I send all my unreleased or like, hey, what you think about this shit? WhatsApp. I fuck with WhatsApp.
Hootsuite.
Hootsuite. We love Hootsuite. Later. Asana. We love Asana. What's Asana?
Asana is like a team
project
management software that allows you to collaborate with hella people and just like assign tasks, give descriptions, have links, create calendars. I love Asana. It's really where I
shout out Zoom.
Zoom.
Cause we record all these on the Zoom H8. I love the Zoom L12 is the mixer that we use when we do rehearsals and shit. I fuck with Zoom. Zoom allows you to like if you're doing a rehearsal or a live session, you can route everything into the mixer, and Zoom allows you to save it to an SD card.
Ooh.
You feel me? A lot of mixers you don't have the ability to save, you know, like unless you get in the big Behringer X32 and doing a USB. But Zoom allows you to do that at a consumer level. You feel me? The H8 is hella handy. The L12 mixer. What else do we use? What are these? Audio Technica. This is a shotgun mic by Audio Technica. I think it's like a fucking AT2040 or some shit like that by Audio Technica. What is that? Aperture.
Yep.
Aperture Nova we use for the lights. Aperture Nova P300C, I think.
How you even be knowing?
Cause I be buying that shit. Hey,
these tube lights, the Nan lights. If you notice, the last 3 episodes have been a lot more visually appealing, and we've been using
Nova P300s.
Well, we've been using the Nova, but we only had the Nova initially, and it was really flat. So now we have 2 Nan lights set up to kind of spotlight me and him, and then the lights went out because we didn't charge them.
The Nan light.
But we have them behind us, too, to create the color behind us on the wall, which is really
We
cool.
fought with the Nan light. What we shooting with? We shooting with the
DJI
Ronin 4D.
Yeah.
Man, if you're an indie creator, filmmaker, artist, if you doing anything with a camera and you're trying to do it at a professional scale, but you can't,
you can't
do
drop
the
100
red
racks.
package and all of that shit. I really suggest investing in, even if you were going to get like a cheaper camera that you'd have to do more things for, I suggest just scaling up and getting this 4D because it does everything for you. Yeah. Your only job is to be creative with this camera. Man, they did it right. Yeah. They did it right. Like this shit, your only job is to be creative. You don't have to worry about fucking all the mounting and hardware and like, you know, and it you can just make everything looks better. The fucking shows look incredible on this shit. Like, I suggest really investing in one, even if you gotta go hit the bank and just get a little loan. Like, this is an investment that is going to pay off. Like, it's your quality, just the separation and everything. It's a different level.
Yep. It has built-in ND filters. It's a camera that's built into a gimbal, so you won't have to buy a gimbal. You can use your standard, like if you already have a camera, you can mount your lenses onto there. You just have to buy like a lens mount to be able to make them compatible. You can get like a monitor that syncs to it, so then you have like your camera and you have a field monitor, so like the director can watch from it. It has its own monitor already built in, which is really nice. The native ISO is 800, which is great, and then the next native one I think is like 1600. So it does really, really great in low light. The only thing is it doesn't have a speaker on the camera body, as far as we can tell. So your playback doesn't have sound. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Which is like,
I feel like that's like most cinema cameras though. Like
like a red
like
or something.
Every time I've been to a
one.
video with a bigger camera, they always have to play the music back.
Yep, that is true.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, it has I love this. It has a focus ring built into like the little handles on the side. So if you're somebody who pulls focus, you can do it like with a ring instead of like from the lens of the camera, which is really, really
Pan
nice.
and tilt, all of that shit is right at your fingertips.
Right at your fingertips. And also the monitor, if you buy one, comes with the same kind of hand grip, so you can.
Shout out Hirsch. Shout out Hirsch, man. Hirsch has got it. Shout out the many people that have just invested and supported me along my journey. It's been so many important, pivotal people. And they all did what we talked about earlier. They just helped.
Yep.
It was no, how can I be a manager? How can I? It was just like, nigga, what helped. You need.
Right? Hirsch has been.
And that's what we didn't say. If you want to be an artist manager, just go ask them what do they need. Right. Tell them to give you, just tell me 10 things you need that you feel like you missing. Take that list. Go knock out however many you can, and that's how you become a manager. Right. You feel me?
That's how you become a manager. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who's just came in and wasn't looking for no type of signings or deals, or they was just like, bruh, what do you need?
The human way.
I want to help.
That's the human way. Yeah. That's how it's always been. That's how it's always been. The human way. This has been another incredible episode of Free Game Friday. We're going to see y'all niggas at the next one.
If you would like to submit questions for us to answer, you can click on the link in the YouTube description or the link in our bio.
This one has some good questions.
Yeah.
Shout out all the homies who wrote questions. I'm shouting out everybody this one. Mark After Dark Music, _6man, the _X Factor 34, Cousin Kai, Will the Space Kid. That's beautiful.
Shout out to you guys. We appreciate you guys submitting questions all the time.
Right.
It keeps our show going.
Right.